Hello, I'm Chukka Wilson, and welcome to the Panton Cracknell Reserve. This is an exciting round 8 clash. Where's the stats? We have Panton Hill, 5-1 with 1 tie, taking on Research, 3-3 with 1 tie. I've got...
You know that 1 tie, is that going to be Ty Gilmore you're talking about?
I've got Jumpin Cliff Jones with me for all his expert commentary. And this is Channel 8 Sport. After the break, we'll get more of my incredible commentary, plus we'll get a bit of cricket.
Okay, all these in your watch.
As you can see, folks, a very dry, yellow and hot Panton Hill ground we've got today. The sun is just coming out from behind the clouds, so we should have a glorious day of cricket. It will be a run fiesta. Jumping with Jones, your comments on this run fiesta?
Yes, some people would call it a fiesta, some people call it a celebration, some people call it a festa. In Melbourne we had the Lygon Street Festa, which was, or it could even be a festival of cricket, which I have heard that term before too. Today Research will be certainly giving it all. They know that they really need to win this match to give themselves a chance to get into the finals, and so they'll be trying to bat all day and get a score of 250. I think that's 250 plus. Even then, that's not going to guarantee a win, but it's going to hold them in good stead.
Out come the Panton Hillians, followed by Ty Gilmore. Other people include, I don't know any of them. There's Al and Roland. Who's that? But anyway, Panton Hill coming out to do their traditional stretches. The last 2 rounds of this incredible competition are very interesting. Panton Hill have won both of them under 5 runs, and a game that went down to the wire. So, and in this commentator's opinion, they have won 2 games that they shouldn't have won. Your opinions, Jumpin Cliff Jones, on the last 2 matches for Panton Hill?
Yes, well they've used their get out of jail free card. So I think if this was in a Monopoly game, they better be careful next time they spin round the board, otherwise they'll be find themselves caught.
Yes, they played against St Francis, and they were going to lose that game if it wasn't for some handy off-spin and medium pace or leg spin bowling from Jackson Bellingham. And then it was against Riverside, and they were going to lose that game as well because they didn't have all their players. They were struggling in the field, and if it wasn't for Jackson Bellingham and Dylan Barfield, they would have lost that game.
Well, that's right. They batted with 8 at the ground, and they fielded with 10 or then later 11. And yes, it was a case of Super Barfield, a phrase we might be hearing a little bit more of as this season progresses.
Yes. So while Panton Hill have won the 2 games of the last 2 rounds that they should have lost, Research have lost their 2 games by at least 30 runs, and they really look like they're finished. They were number 1 in the competition or something at the start, but now they're just falling apart. They're 6th. The umpires walking around, inspecting the ground. You'll notice that a lot of runs to be made. And then Panton Hill into a huddle, directed by assistant coach, Grant Mitchell.
probably don't even need the...
The batsmen are coming out, and we're only a few moments away from some incredible action. We've been waiting a long time for this, and we're finally going to get what we want. Some cricket at the Cracknell Reserve. To bowl the first over of the incredible Panton Hill bowling and research batting innings is going to be Ty Gilmore, or Ty Happy Gilmore, or Ty Gilly Gilmore, depending on which nickname you like to employ. He has 6 wickets at 31 this season, best 2 for 20. Ty's new ball wicket-taking ability has been fairly scrutinised by the Channel 8 team, though as good a bowler he is, he just can't get wickets with the new ball.
And he comes in, he'd be bowling to the right-hander Woods. It's a good ball, and it's just a little bit short of a length.
Yes, short of a length, pitched on leg or outside leg, and outswung, beating the outside edge. Incredible ball to get first. Luckily the batsman was able to withdraw his bat. Second delivery. Well fielded there by Will Bateman at point, which is an unusual position for Will to be at, because a lot of balls will go to point and you need your best fielders at point. But here, the best fielders are at gully and fourth slip. Left alone. We've seen that a bit of that sort of technique. You trust that the ball won't come into the stumps by extending the foot out and not watching the ball after it leaves you. And I suppose in the juniors that's an okay technique. Like that. Didn't watch the ball properly and didn't cover his stumps. We saw Whippersnapper use that sort of technique, and he was able to get away with it, making 2 good scores. Of course, in the seniors, you can't get away with that sort of thing.
Actually goading the bowler into bowling an in-swinger. Let's see if Ty succumbs and bowls the in-swinger, or whether he sticks with his plan.
No fine leg. I don't know how you could leave like that. You don't know where your off stump is if you're bad on leg. But there you go. He's the opening batsman. He can't be a hogwash. But who is this guy?
He's Tim Woods.
Tim Woods.
Who averaging 65 this year, so he certainly knows which end of the bat to pick up.
Well,
High score of 81, and in fact, batted all day, as we were told.
end of the over. It's none for none. Alistair James Bentley. Right arm, medium first. Coming on to bowl at the Roger end. He has, let's have a look at his numbers, 6 wickets at 23. We saw him took that incredible 4-wicket haul just a couple of matches ago. Here he is into bowl.
Bowling to Flynn. Flynn confidently onto the front foot and drives
good
that
shot.
one away through the cover region. Fielder off in pursuit, picks it up just before the boundary line, just the other side of that behind post, and a long throw in back to the bowler's end.
What a good shot. He put the foot down the pitch and used his strength to help him with the drive. And got 3 there, which means Wood is on strike. And who is that guy that just hit that?
That was Flynn.
Flynn. Let's have a look at Flynn's stats.
Oh, and run off the face by Woods there. And he'll come back for an easy 2. Picked up by George. And a throw in. Nowhere, and it's gone for overthrows as the ball races out towards mid-on. Not really, and a poor throw there.
Incredible action at the Dome.
That's a 4.
Flynn has played all 7 matches. Average of 15, which is very acceptable by an opening batsman in this standard of cricket. A few alterations of the field. 3 men on the leg side, the rest on the off. Left alone. Captain Mitchell employing the staggered slip cordon. One slip, which is a second slip, which is John Legasic. Then 4th or 5th slip, which is Bellingham. And then a gully or a second gully, which is Heath George, who is staring at the camera. So, pretty conservative field, no real aggression being applied. And that's the end of that. Well,
And,
a beautiful in-swinger. What do you have to say about that?
Well, their technique has been a bit questionable, and here Flynn didn't cover the stumps properly, was slow to come down on the ball, and paid the price. The ball hitting top of middle, and sending Flynn, he was in like Flynn, now he's out like Flynn, and making his way slowly back to the pavilion.
Yep, well, I just have to say that that's what makes Al such a good bowler. Although he doesn't have a great deal of pace, he's a smart bowler. And he could sense that the batsman has a bit of a bad technique, and he fired in a beautiful in-swinger and got a wicket. Fabulous bowling. He's a smart fellow at that, Al, and it's the first wicket's fallen. So, the new batsman has come to the crease. He's a redhead, and I think I've seen him before in my many years of commentary for Channel 8. I feel that I know he knows how to play cricket. Oh, that was questionable. Maybe it's just a bit of a jittery start, but, you know, when you see a batsman do that, you think he's afraid of the ball. End of the over, it's 1 for 4. Well, checking my stats with the local or Channel 8 statistician, these are researchers' best 2 batsmen at the crease right now. Went for the big ball that's outside leg that swings into the stumps, but it just didn't move. We've got Thomas Rogers, average of 38, high score 59 not out. He's played all but 1 game, to join Woods, who has an average of 65, 81 not out is the high score. He's played 4 matches of the season. Oh, look at that ball. Bounced extra off a good length. And you don't like to see that as a batsman. Gilmore in. Swing and a miss. That was very badly played. Seemed to be moving towards the square leg umpire while he was playing a shot.
Most unusual for an opening batsman.
Yes, and this is supposed to be the finest players they've got at research, and I know it's just early days, but you've got to be better than that.
Touch of nerves, I think.
Yes.
Look, I think he's backing off every ball.
Yes. And you don't like to see that, though maybe these stats are just tainted because they play at research, and it's easy boundaries everywhere, easy runs, and maybe their averages are just too high considering their batting ability. Gilmore into bowl. Another one, he tried to get the ball to swing, it didn't swing, and he's out! Oh dear! What a way to go. Rogers is out, only facing 1 ball, so he's out for a first ball duck. And Panton will take their second wicket. A fabulous run out by Mr. Bradley Mitchell. What can't this guy do? Any jumpins at Jumpin with Jones?
Well, I'm surprised that he didn't make ground. Then it looked to be a pretty straightforward run, but there you go. He was caught short, and square leg umpire Mitchell had no hesitation in giving the batsman out short of his ground.
So there he goes. He throwing his helmet up in the air ridiculously, as he might, because now research are in a bit of trouble. And now Gilmore has a chance to bowl at the new batsman. And research 2 for 4. Bellingham giving a bit of sledging. But that ball won't be the same. 4 byes. No, it's 2 for 8. Well, we've just got some news that the new batsman is Christian Bettiol. Good fielding. So, with some good patches of play by the Pantonillians, a couple of bad patches with those overthrows and those 4 byes, but mostly we've seen some good play. And they must be filled with confidence after their 2 very come back from behind underdog victories in the last few coming weeks. Swing and a miss. Well, that was a ridiculous shot as well. He went for the cut shot, but that's where the ball was and that's where the bat went, but his footwork was in position for a pull shot. Completely lost. And his foot seemed to pivot, which would suggest a pull shot.
Well, he was playing a pull shot. He was looking to hit it. His eyes were looking out the mid-wicket area. Bentley again.
Oh. This guy's supposed to be their best batsman. Played that well, but still stepped away from the stumps. Amazingly, these 2 teams tied in one of the rounds. I think it was round 2 or round 3 or round 1. It was an incredible game. Came down to the last over. Bentley into bowl again.
And Woods runs it off the face, but yes, through the field, and in pursuit is George. Let's watch the throw this time. He goes the aerial route and again way over the top of the keeper.
Yes, some undisciplined play by Panton.
2 runs to Woods.
Well fielded by Bateman. Yes, these 2 teams tied in round 1. Research made 225 for 8, with Tim Woods 81 not out, Rogers 33, Dougal 4 for 24. Panton Hill then replied with the exact same score, 6 wickets down, Mitchell 65, Gilmore 64, Lagassic 30 not out. That was at the research ground, so it's tiny itsy bitsy ground compared with this big ground at Panton Hill.
Gilmore to continue at 2 for 12. Bowling to Bettiol and a curious shot,
Yes.
to say the least.
Well, Christian Bettiol averages 9.3 with the bat. He's played every match, gone out 6 times, and his highest score is 19. So, he's no Brian Lara. He's very consistent with his batting. I'm looking by the size of him. I'd say he's not a big hitter. Well played. Ooh. At least this guy, Bettiol, is actually trying to cover his off stump. That's one good thing about his technique. Now, did that,
Well, that will just teach our Channel 8 cameraman not to zoom in too close and miss out all
Yes.
of the action.
Yes, well, it's one option for the cameraman to zoom in on the batsman or the bowler if the situation arises for it, but that situation was completely wrong for it.
And we're just the Channel 8 technical crew just discovering why there. Monitor cost $5. Oh, actually, what was it?
Oh, what a catch! McDougall there. Hamrock was close to capturing that catch, but it wasn't that far away. We got the sort of reaction a split second after he'd taken it. And what a fabulous catch by McDougall. Bettiol is out for a duck. They're 3 down for 12. What an incredible start by those Panton Hillians. They're falling down completely. Bit of panic here at the Cracknell Reserve. Well fielded. That might be a white. No? Alright. Now that wasn't very well played, but the ball was wide. The new batsman is Alden Meal. Played all but one game. Averages 13. Highest score is 13. And he hasn't batted once, he's batted 6 times. So, unusual for him to be called into this sort of situation. There he is. Brand new Albion helmet. Allen to ball. No, not out.
Just flick the pad on the way past.
Yes. That was a... when you like as an umpire, because it's ridiculously obvious that it's hit the pad.
Woods just gives a little adjustment of the flap there, just to make sure it's known to all and sundry that he's not out.
Yes. Because there are some tough ones that it hits the pad that you're not sure about. This one was, and you're just confident in your umpiring ability that that was.
That's out. And see you later then, young Tim.
Well, what a morning session this has been for Panton. Their 4 wickets have come just at an expensive 12 runs, as the best batsman, Tim Woods, is out for a very small score, and Panton are right on top, completely on top.
I think you'll
Dumbo in next. You check that out. What a start for Panton Hill. Incredible. And they've increased the aggression. What was a staggered slip cordon now has turned into 3 genuine traditional slip fielders. And it's good to see. As you can see, there are not a lot of distance between them. And that's the way it should be. If you want to put slips in play, you put them at first, second and third. Allen to bowl.
To Zumbo. End the over.
Another weird technique. As he left it, he walked across towards point. And Mitch pats him on the back. Let's have a look at action replay. No, we can't. Alright, end of the over. Well, possibly their best batsman, Philip Zumbo, has just come to the crease. Batting at number 6. His average is 37. And he's only got 1 not out. And he's batted every occasion he's had.
I wouldn't be surprised if Aidan Neal can play either. He flips that one off the hip and it's straight through the fielder there, who takes off after it. Looks like McDougall picks it up just before the boundary line, and cameraman way too close to the action there as the ball comes in the front. If it was your telly.
Philip Zumbo, highest score 74 not out, so he's no easy batsman. I'll just have to look up where he did score that 74 not out. Ty Gilmore going for the Merv Hughes run up. Alright, let's see. Philip Zumbo scored 50 in round 3 versus Thomastown United, along with Flynn, 34 not out, which they won by 62 runs at Thomastown. So that was a good win with Zumbo contributing. No one in close. Here it is. Tigermore returning to his traditional run-up. Bellingham into short cover. not out. Inside edge. Could hear the two noises there.
End the over, that's 4 for 15. Bentley into Neil. Nice delivery and
Nicely
Neil
driven.
comfortably back.
Yes, in round 5, Riverside versus Research. Research won. They chased down Riverside's 184, 8 wickets down, with Philip Zumbo starring 74 not out, clean 35. So, definitely Zumbo is no easy batsman, but I feel that although he has looked reasonably good, Neil doesn't look like...
Well, I think I'll say Neil will be a batsman. He's a good sportsman and he's got good coordination. So,
Yes.
and his technique looks quite straight.
Well, that wasn't the best of...
Got a leading edge there, and as he flicks that one, and they're coming back for 2, they'll make it easy. 2 runs there to Neil to take him on to 5.
Well, I suppose you're right, Jumpin Cliff Jones. He's a young batsman, probably hasn't developed his strength yet. Although he's got a good technique, he doesn't go out, but he isn't able to make those runs by hitting the ball for those boundaries.
And someone to hang around is just what Research need at the moment.
Yes. If Zumbo's is as good a player as his stats suggest, we could be still in for a good score. Clamped down, fielded there by McDougall at mid-wicket. Mitchell up to the stumps.
Right.
What's the score?
4 wickets for 17.
Ty Gilmore coming in for the last over of his opening spell. Very interesting backlift, Zumbo. Really clamps down on the ball late. He obviously must be a brilliant stroke maker if he's has such a great backlift. I suppose he might be a good driver, or at least a leg side player. Should be interesting to watch, Jumpin Cliff Jones.
It should be very interesting indeed, and Gilmore's departure at the end of the over will be a loss for Panton Hill. He's moved the ball around, has bowled bad balls, but he's taken wickets.
Yes, I'd like to see what Dylan Barfield has to say, because he just took 4 wickets in an incredible display of bowling, and I'd like to see what he can do on this sort of pitch with these sort of batsmen in. I think it'll be a real test of his ability. Realigning the straight fielders, possibly setting someone up. Left alone confidently. Ooh. What a heap of extra bounce from a good length.
Yes, and I think we might see a few shots here by Zumbo. Let's see what his character's like. Is he just a whacker, in which case he's going to whack this ball? Or can he knuckle down and continue to watch him go past? That one dies. 4 wickets for 17.
Fielded by McDougall at square leg.
Bad ball and smacked into the covers, but look at Panton Hill fieldsman, and that's Barfield, I think, dropped the hand on it, and no run. This will be Bentley's last over. It's currently 4 overs, taken 2 for 10. Comes in, bowls to Neil. Neil on 5, waits patiently, flips that one off the foot, finds the gap between square leg and mid wicket, and it's McDougall out there racing to the ball. Picks up and throws in, and 2 to Neil to take him on to 7.
First change of the bowling. At the pavilion end, it's going to be
Dylan Barfield replacing Gilmore, and he bowls to Zimbo and clamps down on it and stop there. That's mid on. Gilmore, the bowler, taken off, 5 overs, 1 for 13. That ball struck hard through the cover region, and Bentley comes round to back up, and Zumbo is off the mark. And another bad throw. No, not too bad. Bit over the top. Zumbo.
bit of movement, but nothing to worry about. Well, that's the end of that.
And Neil goes for 7. And Barfield strikes.
Score?
The score is 5 wickets for 20.
End of the over.
5 wickets for 20.
Change of the bowling here. The leading bowler, former leading wicket taker of the team, Ron McDougall, 11 at 12. Best bowling 5 for 10. He's taken one of the 2 5-wicket hauls. He's about to bowl at the Roger end. The new batsman at the crease is
Lowry. But at the moment it's Zumbo on strike. Flips it off the hip, tucks it away to square, backward square leg, and scoots through for a single, take him on a 2, 5 for 21. Nothing like it. So this is Lowry, is it?
Yes.
Oh, because I've got a 1.
Yes. Dougal into bowl. Looking short, and we wanted to run. End of the over.
5 for 21. It's Zumbo on strike. On leg stump, but just pushed back down to mid-on, no run.
Dylan Barfield has taken a shine to this third seamer role of the team.
Lift off the hit by Zumbo, and Mitchell breaks the stumps yet again.
10 wickets at 13.8, best 4 for 25, which he took last match. The new batsman to the crease who is facing is Luke Course. No one needs to make jokes about that. And his average is 12, highest score 22. Nothing world record breaking there, but
He seems rather flamboyant.
yes.
Could be a fencing champion.
He seemed like a reasonably big fellow. Could be a bit of a flicking, boundary smashing player.
Notice last over we got a wicket at silly cover. So Tyler Gilmore moves into that position.
And the person who took the catch.
We've banished to regulation cover.
Interesting.
Leg bite. Scoot through for a leg bite.
Well, as the philosophy goes. No, off the bat.
Nope.
As the philosophy goes, if you're winning, you can do what you like, and if you're losing, you can please yourself. Or however the figure of speech is put, I'm not sure.
Course off the mark now, and Jimbo still.
Yes. He wants to get outside off and play those some flamboyant shots outside off, and the ball is on the stumps, and he's getting the bat just in time to stop it from being out every. And can Barfield just vary his pace enough to get a wicket?
I think he's going to get hit through mid-wicket in a minute.
Oh!
Mitchell,
Wow.
what a catch.
Yes, dear me. Mitchell's one of the better keepers in this league, but that was a genuine drop catch. His line length didn't change a lot, but he dropped it, just spilled it, and then he got some high fives from all his teammates. Yes, good way of encouraging some good cricket.
5 for 22.
The conditions are apparently so hot that the umpire wants to call a drinks break. So, see a drinks break soon. As this first opening session definitely belongs to Panton. And the spinners haven't even had a bowl yet.
No, McDougall into course. Just drops the ball at his feet.
Interesting looking shot. Bellingham just doing some damage to his finger then, and having to be restricted to the mid-wicket area. Now he has to field it. His fielding position was overtaken by young Harry Ringer, and one single to that batsman.
That was 1 to course, taking on to 2. And bringing Zumbo to the strike, who has been very patient.
Yes. Looks like not a bad batsman mentally.
Ooh, and clamps down on that. McDougall in again to Zumbo. Oh, he's taken it this time, and Mitchell completes the catch. Wicket to McDougall.
And once again, when the cameraman thinks it's safe to zoom in, he pays the penalty.
Did zoom in again?
Yes, I zoomed in. Well, the cameraman zoomed in on the batsman.
Curse that cameraman.
We're just talking about how good Zumbo's been. He's very patient. He's held it all together for about 20 minutes.
Since over number 6. So he's been in for 8 overs.
Yes, and unfortunately Mitchell does not make a goose of this catch, and he takes it with delight. And they're 6 down. So they are 5 wickets down. They are 6 wickets down.
For 23.
All 4 bowlers have taken at least 1 wicket. One of them has taken 2, I can't remember which one. And there's been
Bentley
one.
got 2. Bentley's got 2 for 12.
And there was 1 run out. So a well-rounded bowling tally to look at so far.
No, and right through him.
What a ridiculous shot that
That's
was.
the end, of course.
Luke Course out, playing some ridiculous shot of a full toss. A nice ankle-high full toss, makes a complete mess of it, and then that will give Dylan Barfield his 2nd wicket, and Panton celebrate. They're 7 down for 20-something. So the 2 new batsmen, Darcy Barden, who averaged an average of 14, highest score 33, played all games, and Dale McLean played all matches, average of 13, highest score of 35. So an average of 10 in under 16 ones isn't that bad. It's actually, you'd take that for most people. And these 2 definitely won't be rollovers, though we'll wait to see if they are rollovers.
Barfield to Barden. A poor ball. Given a wide.
An added aggression being applied with a silly cover or a short cover and a short mid-wicket. A genuine slip and a normal gully. There is a fielder back at square leg in case he gets it wrong. Played a miss by Barden. Barden looks a bit like Rewalt from...
Yes, Barden may as well have a hit, I think.